Nike spent $700 million just to admit they failed. The most powerful sports brand on earth, crushed by a game played with small white balls. This is the story they don't want you to know. August 2016, Nike drops a bombshell. They're stopping production of golf clubs, balls, and bags completely. Machinery stops, engineers get fired. The entire division gone. Even with Tiger Woods wearing their logo for 20 years, the apparel side was printing money. So why kill the equipment? It starts with a $40 million bet on a 20-year-old kid, late 1990s. Golf is exploding. Tiger Woods just won the Masters by 12 strokes, shattering records and making the sport cool for the first time in decades. Nike sees dollar signs everywhere. But golf isn't basketball. Brands like Titleist have been perfecting their craft since 1932. Callaway built their empire over 40 years. Ping revolutionized club design in the 1960s. You don't just show up with a swoosh and demand respect. Nike doesn't want to wait. They signed Tiger Woods for $40 million before he hits a single professional shot. The golf world is shocked. That's more money than most golfers make in their entire careers. This kid hasn't even turned pro yet. Tiger becomes a global phenomenon. He makes golf cool. Kids who never touched a club suddenly want the swoosh. Nike Golf revenue explodes from $100 million to almost $800 million in less than a decade. They're selling polos, hats, shoes faster than they can produce them. A $50 polo costs them maybe $8 to make. The margins are insane. Nike wants more. They don't just want to sell clothes. They want total domination, driver to putter to ball, everything. So they build a massive, secretive R&D facility in Fort Worth, Texas. They call it the Oven. Climate controlled, state-of-the-art, filled with PhDs in materials science and aeronautics. They're spending tens of millions trying to crack the code of club engineering. Nobody's talking about the crack in the foundation. Making shoes is nothing like making golf clubs. Shoes are soft goods. Fashion, comfort, marketing appeal. You can change designs every season. Release 50 colorways of the same shoe. Golf clubs are pure aerospace engineering. Metallurgy, physics, aerodynamics, strict regulations from the USGA. One miscalculation in the center of gravity and your driver is illegal. One wrong metal alloy and your iron face cracks after 50 swings. Nike had zero institutional knowledge. Zero. Their competitors had been perfecting this for generations. TaylorMade wasn't just a golf company. They were obsessed maniacs. Gary Adams, the founder, mortgaged his house in 1979 to build the first metalwood driver. By the 2000s, they were releasing new driver technology every 6 months. The R7, the R9, the R11, each one measurably better. Real distance gains, lower spin rates, higher ball speeds. They had tour reps at every single PGA event, collecting data, tweaking designs. Callaway was doing the same thing. Their Big Bertha driver revolutionized the entire industry in the 1990s. Titleist owned the ball market with almost 70% share because their Pro V1 was simply the best ball ever made. These companies lived and breathed golf. Nike was a marketing company trying to play engineer. Golfers are obsessive nerds. They don't care if the club looks cool. They care if it adds 5 yards. Launch angle, spin rate, moment of inertia, coefficient of restitution. These are people who spend $2,000 on a driver and another $300 getting it custom fitted. They read launch monitor data like scripture. Nike thought they could market their way through this. Wrong. Their early products are disastrous. The irons feel dead. The drivers are inconsistent. Quality control is a nightmare. Tiger Woods himself, the face of Nike Golf, the $40 million man, refuses to use Nike clubs for years after signing. He keeps playing with his old Titleist irons and Scotty Cameron putter because Nike's clubs don't match the performance. He's winning majors with competitor equipment while wearing a Nike hat. Think about that. Your biggest athlete won't even use your product. Nike tries to fix it. They throw money at the problem. They hire away top engineers from Callaway and TaylorMade. They promise revolutionary designs. 2006, they finally release something that gets attention. The SQ Sumo driver, square-shaped, designed for higher moment of inertia, more forgiveness on off-center hits. The physics make sense. It's a disaster. Yes, it's forgiving, but it's ugly. Golfers call it the cheese wedge. The sound it makes at impact is absolutely horrific. Like hitting a tin can with a baseball bat. That metallic clang instead of the satisfying crack of a premium driver. Sound matters in golf. It's psychological. When you hear that perfect sound, you feel like you crushed it. The SQ Sumo makes you feel like you hit a lawn chair. Serious golfers hate it. Tour pros mock it. Nike doubles down. They released the SQ Sumo Squared in 2007. Even more square. Even worse sound. They're trying to be different, to stand out. They just end up being a joke in pro shops. Sales are abysmal. TaylorMade releases the R7 quad driver with movable weights, custom center of gravity, game changer. You can adjust your driver for a draw or fade bias. Callaway counters with their FT5 driver, using advanced aerodynamics to reduce drag. Titleist drops their 905 driver series with precise weighting and tour-proven performance. Every 6 months, new technology, adjustable hosels, composite materials, carbon fiber crowns. Nike is bringing a marketing presentation to an engineering fight. The entire strategy was built on one pillar: Tiger Woods. 1997 to 2008. Tiger is untouchable. 14 major championships. 71 PGA Tour wins. He's not just dominating, he's making everyone else look like amateurs. The demand for anything Tiger related is insane. Nike Golf is riding this wave hard. Late 2009. Everything implodes. The scandal breaks. Tiger's personal life becomes a tabloid disaster. Then come the injuries, knee surgeries, back surgeries. His game falls apart. 2010 to 2013. He doesn't win a single major. The aura is gone. The mystique is shattered. Without Tiger's dominance, golfers suddenly see Nike clubs for what they are: overpriced equipment that doesn't perform as well as the competition. Premium prices for mid-tier performance. The math stops working. The numbers are brutal. At their peak, Nike golf equipment had maybe 8 to 10% market share in hard goods. 8%. After spending hundreds of millions on R&D, marketing, tour staff, engineering, TaylorMade has 40% of the driver market. Titleist owns 65% of the ball market. Callaway dominates irons. Ping owns putters. Nike is spending like a market leader, but performing like an afterthought. Other pros are actively avoiding Nike equipment. Phil Mickelson, Rory McIlroy. They sign apparel deals with Nike because the money is incredible. Look at their bags though. Callaway clubs, Titleist balls, Scotty Cameron putters. Even when Nike pays them millions to wear the swoosh on their shirt, they won't touch Nike clubs. That should tell you everything. By 2014, the internal math at Nike is impossible to ignore. The apparel division is generating massive profits. Shoes, polos, hats, pants, all high-margin products with minimal R&D costs. But the equipment division, hemorrhaging money, year after year. Loss after loss. They're subsidizing a failing business with profits from a successful one. The question becomes obvious. Why are we doing this? They can make billions selling golf apparel with minimal engineering complexity, but drivers, irons, expensive to develop, require constant innovation. Demand is weak. The entire equipment division is a vanity project bleeding the company dry. Someone finally says it out loud in a boardroom meeting. August 2016. Nike makes the call. They're out. Completely out. They fire the staff at the oven. Production stops immediately. They abandon the equipment business forever. No press conference, no big explanation. Just a quiet retreat. They keep the apparel line because that's what they're actually good at. Shoes and clothes, not engineering. Today, the evidence is everywhere. Scotty Scheffler wearing a Nike shirt. Rory McIlroy in Nike shoes. Look at their bags though. TaylorMade drivers, Titleist balls, Callaway irons. That swoosh is on the apparel, never on the equipment. Nike is still making money in golf, just not the way they imagined. They're a clothing company at country clubs, not an equipment powerhouse. The total cost? Estimates put Nike's golf equipment losses at over $700 million across 2 decades. $700 million to learn what heritage brands already knew. In technical sports, performance beats marketing every single time. You can buy athletes. You can buy advertising. You can build fancy R&D facilities. But you cannot buy decades of institutional knowledge. You cannot buy the respect of obsessive golfers who know when they're being sold style over substance. Nike thought golf was just another market to conquer with their standard playbook. Sign the biggest star. Spend big on marketing. Dominate through sheer force of brand power. It worked everywhere else. Basketball, running, soccer, tennis. But golf is different. Golf is a technical sport where the product has to perform at the highest level every single time with measurable results. Golfers don't buy clubs because they look cool. They buy them because they add yards, lower their scores, improve their game. Nike tried to sell them a dream. The competition sold them performance. They lost.